Hi guys, so welcome back to ProForex 101. So guys, today is the 15th of June. It's a Saturday, it's a weekend. Okay, I wanted to do the post-trade analysis for this dollar and Japanese yen in sync question mark post. Okay, so we were following four pairs. Okay, pound dollar, pound yen, New Zealand dollar, and New Zealand yen for a sell. So yeah guys, I'll try to slow things down because on my pre-trade analysis for these four pairs, had some feedback saying that it was a bit too intense, and then we were switching through many pairs. So I'll try to slow things down for the proposed trade analysis today, and yeah, we'll go through the pairs one by one. And then also guys, in the future I'll try to stick to one pair instead of I'll probably pick the best pair out of what I'm stocking, and I'll try to post that. It's like when you get good at it, you can follow many pairs. Okay, so like for instance, this time I followed four pairs this whole week, this the past week. So I wanted to give you guys like an idea of how we can actually follow many pairs. But I think yeah, I had some feedback saying that it was just too intense, but it's all right guys. So we'll try to slow things down. Okay, so all right, okay, so let's start with pound dollar. Okay, so yeah guys, in brief, all four pairs, they've reached their target areas. Okay, so I'm just going to switch through pound dollar. That's pound dollar, and then this is pound yen. We've reached our target area, and then I'm going to go to New Zealand dollar now. New Zealand dollar, we were wanting to sell up here, and now it's reached its target area. And New Zealand yen again reached its target areas. Okay, so we'll go through them one by one slowly. All right. So yeah guys, so pound dollar, so I'm back to pound dollar now. That's the first pair. We were wanting to sell somewhere up here. Okay, and then let me get my pen out. What we said last time we did the pre-trade analysis was the market was somewhere here, and we wanted the market to push back up to our top of the range and then crash. Okay, so that's exactly what happened. So yeah, when we were doing our pre-trade analysis, we were in this area. Okay, and then what I said was it would be great if the market push north and then turn around. Okay, so that's exactly what's happened. To gain an entry guys, you have to jump to the lower time frame, and then especially once you see this doji, you can jump to the lower time frame and find an entry. Okay, I'll quickly show you how that can be done. So this is the 4 hour, so I'm gonna jump to the 1 hour now. Okay, so this is that area where the doji had come in. Okay, so market push north, and then we had a so let me ask you some questions. Is this a nice signal for a bearish a reversal pattern? No, right? It's not an engulfing. Okay, it's just signs that market's gonna go south. Is this a sign that market's gonna turn around and go south? No, right? Is it an exhaustion? No, it's just a doji, right? How about this candle? No, it's just saying that market's actually still got some steam to go long, right? Green with that huge tail at the bottom. This is actually a continuation pattern for long. And straight after that, what do we get, guys? Exhaustion. Saying, okay, market tried to go up, but rudely got rejected, closed all the way down here with a wick at the tail at the bottom, which is smaller than the body. Okay, and then the wick on top is bigger than the body. Perfect exhaustion, and then straight after that market crashed. Okay, so that's how you can gain an entry for these type of trade setups. Okay, so I'm just jumping back to the 4 hour again now. right? Okay, sorry guys, I'm quite, you know, like when I'm clicking here and there, I'm you know, I might be jumping time frames if it's, yeah, I mean, I had some feedback saying that, you know, it was a bit confusing, but that's fine. All right, I'll try to slow things down. So okay, so 4 hour, right? So now back to the 4 hour. So again, getting an entry, jumping to the 1 hour and looking at the candle patterns. Okay, so 4 hour, now we crashed all the way to the north south. Okay, and then our first target area on this pair was this demand here, which is the bottom of the range. Look at how market reacted to this area and then again crashed to our next target. Okay, so anyway guys, so we'll go through pair by pair, and then later on I'll explain the fundamental side of things. Okay, so might be a long post trade analysis for today, but yeah guys, bear with me. Yeah, so okay, so that's pound dollar, so we crashed. Okay, and now let's go to the pound yen and look at oh, and one more thing I wanted to mention guys. So these type of setups, and I guarantee you, okay, if you had if you were following a diversion, okay, you will see a diversion happening on your indicators on these areas. See, this is, you get a high, a higher high. The same time you'll see that the like if you had stochastic zone, you'll have a high and a lower high on this was stochastics. Okay, and then a lot of people see this as diversion, so that's also another way you can get into these trades. Okay, but yeah guys, I don't want to confuse you guys too much, so just yeah, but you can do the diversion thing also, right? Okay, so okay, let me go to the pound yen now. Okay, I'm gonna so that's pound dollar. Now I'm jumping over to pound yen. So again guys, we said on this pair that we were going for a sell because of this huge supply up here. Okay, and then when we were doing the analysis, pre-trade analysis, we were in this area, and what we said was it would be nice for the market to push back into the supply and then fail, right? So it's happened now, right? And then again, to gain an entry for this, you'll have to jump onto the 1 hour and see how the market reacted in this area on this push north. Okay, these are advanced entries guys, but you can find them on the 1 hour. So let me jump to the 1 hour. Okay, and so it's the same charts I'm still on, 1 hour charts. Okay, here we go. This is that area that we were talking about on the 4 hour. Okay guys, so we were coming down and then we pushed north, right? So again, now some signal candles. Is this a good reversal signal for a sell? No, right? It's green. Okay, if it was red, that would be awesome, but if this is green, that means there is still pressure to go. You know, markets may sideline, it won't really necessarily turn the market. Okay, so if you want some clarity on this guys, please have a look at the candlesticks exhaustion educational video that I did earlier. It'll explain you exactly, you know, what these candles exhaustions mean. Okay, the next candle again came out with a continuation candle saying that okay, we still got some steam to go north. No, we got a tail at the bottom, big body, very small wick on top, nice exhaustion. Okay, the candle right next to it, what happened? Doji. All right, still cannot sell. Candle right next to it, oh, that looks like an exhaustion, but no, not really, because this green, if it was red, that would be awesome, because we're in an uptrend. For a reversal signal we need a red. So this came along, okay, still not selling, and then straight after that guys, this candle came along. That is a sign that all right, time to get in guys. Okay, so this is your signal candle for this trade. All right, this is a we call it an engulfing signal. Okay, coupled with a lot of signs saying okay, there is selling pressure. Look at all these tails. So these candles here, they're just, you know, telling you okay, get ready. Okay, and then this here is saying okay, time to go, right? Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the 4 hour guys. Okay, this is where we did the analysis originally. So always a lower time frame for entry, and your analysis on a high time frame. Okay, so anyway, so we dropped, and then these demand areas that we drew earlier, so I haven't actually changed anything, guys. These are things that we drew earlier. Look at how markets reacted to them. Okay, and then we reacted and then continued to head south to our lowest target area, which is great. Okay, so this was like a 126 pip move. Okay, all right, so that's pound yen, guys. That's done. Oh, before we go, how many pips was pound yen? So pound dollar, that was about 150 again. Okay, so pound dollar, pound yen, done. And we'll talk about which currencies move these pairs. Okay, later on. Okay, now I'm going to go to the New Zealand dollar. Okay, guys, so New Zealand dollar, we were going for a support resistance trade, right? We were wanting the markets to pull back up here, but actually, guys, there was so much selling pressure on this pair. This demand that I drew here, I was saying that okay, once market comes here, we want it to turn around. It did turn around. Instead of going up, it sidelined. Okay, you gotta see this sidelining. Some people call this a they draw triangles on this. It's like a pendant, okay, or flag. But anyway, that's what it is. Okay, and markets crashed after that. All right. So again, entry on this would be when markets cannot push up, one of these areas would be a nice entry. You can go down to the lower time frame and check that out. Okay, guys. So we'll continue, guys. So that's New Zealand dollar, and the support resistance area it caught was further south, right, somewhere here. If you actually zoom out, let me zoom out. You'll see a nice area in this area. Okay, so I would refine that area to somewhere here where you get a resistance, support. Okay, so it's an area that's been respected many times, support, and then we caught that and dropped. Okay, so these are the times that you need to adjust your analysis, guys. So in this example, okay, we came down, right? Our pullback, which we were wanting to come back up, did this. Okay, and then dropped. It's the same thing. That just means there's so much selling pressure. Okay, which is good for us. We want to be selling, right? So again, this is the demand that I drew. It reacted in this area, dropped. So that's New Zealand dollar, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna now jump to the New Zealand yen, right? Same scenario. Okay, so we wanted to sell on this support resistance area. Markets pushed up and then got rejected off a lower point. Use the rejections, guys. You'll see these tails, popping out. These are signs that all right, okay, we this is the time that you need to go to a lower time frame and look for an entry. Okay, so so this would be a nice area. Look at this here, nice support. Okay, and then it used that area, and now and look at how the market came south and reacted to this demand that we drew on that day, on the day that we did the pre-trade analysis. Came here, reacted, bang. Okay, so very strong moves. 120 pips here. This sidelining, this sideline, but also pulled back a little bit, but you see this pullback, right? So this is what we are after. Okay, and then the market crashed straight after that. Yeah, you can draw your pendants or flags, whatever that will be your flag. Okay, right? Some people draw it like that, taking all this mess here, but yeah, that would be your flag. Okay. All right. So okay, guys. So hopefully the technicals are clear. Okay, how we could have gained an entry. Okay. All right. So that's pound dollar. That's this here. Pound yen. New Zealand dollar, and New Zealand yen. So yeah, so hopefully guys, this session was a bit more slow because I tried to slow down the flipping of the pairs. Okay, so hopefully that was clearer. Okay, so all right guys, so let's go to the fundamental side of things. Okay, So we were um, keeping an eye. We initially, when we got into the trades, guys, with this what I wrote down here, we were already in favor for our trades. Okay, so we were like, okay, things are looking good for us, and then we want to see how these economic indicators come in. Okay, so let's have a look at them and to see if they were in our favor. Okay, so that was on Wednesday. Yes. um, Sorry, CPI monthly budget initial continuing. All right, okay, there we go. So for the US dollar, if we are selling all these pairs, that means we need the US dollar to strengthen, right? So we need to see some bullish sentiment on the economies of the US. The US economy, I mean. So CPI monthly budget statement and initial and continuing. So let me go to the calendar. Consumer price index, guys, it was a bearish sentiment, but that is the time. So this it's gonna get a little confusing again. So this is the time that markets actually retraced. Okay, before the fall happened later on. So every economy takes turns in moving the market. Okay, so when the retrace happened, this uh, dollar became a bearish sentiment, not strong. Okay, so that means the markets headed long. So that was the retrace, right? And later on, when it was time for the markets to move, yen said, okay, we need to go down, and also PMI saying that New Zealand is weak, which means, okay, New Zealand started selling. Okay, so what I mean by this, again, let me try to explain. So when this CPI data came in, might be a bit confusing, guys. I'll try to explain it slowly. Okay, when the CPI consumer price index data came in, we were on the New Zealand dollar and pound dollar, we were just sidelining. Okay, we and when this happened, we pushed up. When the weak sentiments for the US dollar came in, that's when we pushed up. Okay, and then for the same thing, New Zealand, instead of pushing up, we sidelined. Okay, so currencies, they take turns in moving the market, so slowing it down. Okay, so when the news came out and said, okay, US economy is not that strong, market just sidelined, right? And then later on, again, um, there was, hold on one second, guys, let me go back to the post. Monthly budget statements came in. Let's see what that was. Right, sorry, once again, I'm trying to find this month. Yeah, so again, came in weak straight after that. So this was during the retracement period. Okay, and then the initial and continuing jobless claims, let's see that. Yeah, yeah, so even that was showing some weak sentiment. So in conclusion, guys, what really moved the markets was New Zealand. Okay, and then where was the other pair? One second. Yeah, yeah, for the New Zealand pairs, it was the New Zealand data that came out saying that, okay, the New Zealand PMI was very weak, and I think we were watching this very closely also. Okay, so yeah, it can when you're following fundamentals, guys, it can get a bit confusing, but at the time of your entry, so basically what I'm trying to say, when markets are moving, like let's say you're trading euro dollar, okay, you're going down south, okay, and then you're waiting for the sell, somewhere up here. So what will happen in this area is euro economic indicator might come and say, okay, euro is strong, so what it'll do, market will retrace, okay, and then later on the dollar will come and say, hey, dollar is strong now, and then what will do, market will go south. So every economy takes turns in moving the markets, okay. So yeah, so yeah, so that you have to understand these concepts in the sense, like, guys. So yeah, and then when the market moves, currencies take turns in moving the market, okay. So this downward motion, it can be, so like if it was euro dollar, it can be done by euro and dollar at the same time, okay. It can be a weak euro or a strong dollar, this move, okay. And this move up here, it can be a strong euro or a weak dollar. Yeah, strong euro, weak dollar. And this move here can be a weak euro or a strong dollar, okay. So like that, currencies take turns, so you have to get your head around that, guys, okay. So anyway, that's the fundamental side of things, guys. So you try to follow it closely, okay, and see if you can make sense of it. But this is the concept of it, okay, guys. So for instance, New Zealand yen, okay, when this happen, it can be a weak New Zealand or a strong yen, okay. When this happen, it can be a strong New Zealand or a weak yen. And when this happen, it can be a strong a weak New Zealand and a strong yen. So if you can get around, because there'll be so many economic indicators coming out saying, oh, sometimes New Zealand is weak. So it can be very confusing, but try to understand this in this concept, okay. When markets are being moved, they take turns, and just news just helps either the retracement or the move, okay. It's a very, very, very strong point, but strong in the sense, very, very educational session, guys, in the sense, like, this is very, very important, okay. All right, so that's when you're following the fundamentals closely, it'll help you in figuring out, okay, retracements are happening, and also it'll help you in figuring out, okay, the move is going to start soon, okay. So it is complicated when you're following it, one by one, but yeah, it's not easy. Trade as I say all the time, guys, trading is not easy. You have to get your head around a lot of things, okay. But try to understand this concept where, when a currency is being moved, it's moved by every currency taking turns, okay. And also this will be another level. It might be confusing, like this move can be done by a weak New Zealand and a strong yen, both, okay, together, acting together. So we might, for this move to happen, let's say only New Zealand news comes out and then says New Zealand is weak, so this will happen. But also at the same time, yen will come out and say yen is strong, so this will be a very strong move, okay. So when both currencies are saying the same thing, it will be very strong, like what happened here, right? So there's no green candles down here, it's all red, 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 red. It's like a waterfall, okay. So okay, guys, so hopefully things makes a bit more sense on how we follow the fundamentals, okay. So if I sit down and talk about exactly, when pound became strong and dollar became strong for the move, it'll be very confusing, and there's a lot of things to talk about. So that's why I explained to you guys in terms of following the market with the fundamentals, okay. You'll have to follow each and every pair. So hopefully that makes sense, guys, okay. Yeah, and in the future, guys, I'll try to stick to one pair. I think, yeah, I mean, this is how I trade, okay, where I look at multiple pairs. But I think I got a lot of feedback from people who are watching the video saying, oh, it was very informative, very understanding and everything, but I was switching from pair to pair, and then there was a bit confusing with fundamentals and things. So I'll try to stick to one pair going forward, okay. I'll basically pick the best pair that I'm trading and try to do an analysis on that, okay, going forward. Okay guys, so these were 4 successful trades, okay, and yeah, so if you like the video guys, please do hit the thumbs up button, and also do share these videos guys, and yeah, and do join in on the forums guys, okay. It would be great if you guys can start posting your trade ideas here. I can give you feedback, okay, in this member trade setups area, right. So as I said earlier, all you have to do is just sign up and start taking part in the forums guys, okay. Alright guys, so thanks for joining in guys. See you in the next trade analysis guys. Bye for now.